The moon generally tells us that you're changing your mind about something. You're changing your mind about some sort of an important decision you're going to have to make in the month of July. And if I were you, I would again put that decision, whatever it is, I would put that decision in like a bubble and then attach a grounding cord and heal that decision. Hello everyone and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today we'll be doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Capricorn. I hope my Capricorns out there are doing great. Do let me know how the month of June has been going for you. As you know, this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate, and that's okay. Only take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards, I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. In the past position, we've got the Three of Cups clarified by the Knight of Wands. In the obstacle position, we have the Ace of Pentacles clarified by the Page of Pentacles. In the present position, we have the Moon clarified by Judgment, and in the future outcome position, we have the Six of Swords clarified by the Fool. Definitely a lot going on in the month of July, and it's going to be really beneficial for you. But you generally, Capricorn, are pretty grounded, which is great. And we can also tell that because you have the past, the card in the past is the Three of Cups. You were celebrating, you were going to different gatherings, maybe you were celebrating a graduation or a birthday, some kind of a project completion, but definitely there were a lot of people who kind of looked up to you because you do have a very grounding energy about you. I mean, of course, you are an earth sign, so you tend to ground other people, and people also appreciate your kindness, your generosity, your outlook, your perspective. You are very generous with your energy, with your time, and people definitely, notice that about you. So clearly you were some sort of a social butterfly in the past, especially in the last 12 months. You were also focused on getting a lot of things done because you have this Knight of Wands energy. He's all about, courage and making moves and showing up when you promise to show up, and taking action, and socializing, networking. So all of those things were generally very beneficial for you, especially in the past. With the Three of Cups, you do have to remember that sometimes the emotions can get a little out of control. They can get, they get the better of us with the Three of Cups. So it's important to also remember it's not all about play and having fun. It's also about, thinking and planning and kind of making sure that you have the balance there, because the Three of Cups can also be about indulging. You want to make sure you don't indulge a little too much in things. You want to make sure that, you're focused and you're moving forward over the challenges and accomplishing your goals and your dreams. In the obstacle position, you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So when you have this combination, generally it's important to remember you don't want to spend more than you have. You want to make sure that the amount of money coming in is more than the amount of money that is going out. You may feel in the month of July like you missed some sort of an opportunity. That's not true. You didn't miss anything. But it does seem like you're slightly worried about your finances. Maybe you are finding yourself spread a little too thin. Maybe it's time to reassess and see how you can, pool your resources or take some resources and put them somewhere else. You kind of want to assess and stay on top of that as you move through the month of July. it's important to also remember that, self-confidence and courage and self-acceptance are very important. So you want to do some shadow work as you're moving through the month of July, and you want to make sure that you're not, over consuming and over investing in resources that are not super solid. This is the time to really focus and hone down the resources that you have available, and make sure that they actually work for you, especially while you sleep, while you do other things. So you want to make sure that your investments are doing well. And sometimes we get the Ace of Pentacles card when the opportunity proves to be not that strong, like not that legitimate to begin with. And so that can create a little bit of a disappointment. But again, I would not worry, Capricorn, because you do have other opportunities coming in this year. So you'll have a chance to make sure to take advantage of the opportunities that do come. Don't be overly critical as well in the month of July. Make sure you are paying attention to how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others, because it's also important to remember that you want to heal your goals. It's not just about healing yourself, it's also about healing your goals. Let's say you have an unpleasant conversation with someone at work. You can kind of heal that conversation. Imagine that in a bubble. Attach a grounding cord to that bubble, and kind of make sure that that situation is healed, and then fill that situation with positivity and amusement and laughter and abundance and care and health and all kinds of wonderful things. That is one way to kind of overcome challenges, minimize the outside stresses on your internal balance. It's important to remember those things because they will help you in the long run. Don't I wouldn't necessarily purchase many different things in the month of July. I would keep a pretty tight budget on things that you have available to you, but also examine your stability, not your resources, but your own stability on the inside. Again, you want to make sure that you are grounded. You want to do the grounding cord exercises. Always remember to fill yourself back up by filling a sun above your head and pricking that sun so that the abundance flows into you. And you want to make sure that you are, planning really, really well things that are going to be happening in the month of August and in the month of September. You want to stay practical. You want to examine your strategies. You want to examine your approaches, because the planning is usually 80 to 90% of getting things done correctly. The more you plan, the more you research, the more you kind of spend time on really creating a super solid plan, the easier it is to execute. The execution itself kind of falls in place. So it's important to remember that, the opportunities will present themselves to you later in the year, and you will want to be prepared for that. So try and conserve the resources up to the next opportunity. In the present position, you have the Moon and the Judgment card. Now, this is a very important combination, and it's going to take most of your energy in the month of July, because the Moon generally tells us that you're changing your mind about something. You're changing your mind about some sort of an important decision you're going to have to make in the month of July. And if I were you, I would again put that decision, whatever it is, I would put that decision in like a bubble and then attach a grounding cord and heal that decision, and then I would fill that decision with wonderful possibility, with wonderful abundance, wonderful optimism, all the positive things that you want that decision to bring to you. I would also heal the connection to that decision. So like imagine an energetic cord between you and that bubble containing the decision. I would also try and heal the connection to it so that it really seamlessly incorporates into your life, so that the transformation that is unfolding before your eyes is bringing all the positive, wonderful things, as well as balance and harmony between different energies in your body. You have a lot of energies in your body. You have the earth energy with the cosmic energy. You have the divine masculine with the divine feminine. So your chakras also have energies, and they're literally like energetic wheels, because that's what chakra means. It means wheel. Chakra is like an ancient word that we still use, but I would focus on that as well. The moon can bring a little bit of uncertainty and nervousness because you are going through the transformation. The moon can play up on your fears and the shadows. Remember, shadows are important. I would also put like different emotions in a bubble and heal them. For example, let's take anger. Anger is an important emotion because it carries messages of boundaries. When you feel angry, it's probably because someone disrespected you, crossed the boundary, whatever. So you know what I'm trying to say. And it's important because people oftentimes run away from their shadow, or their ego, or what have you. But it's important to establish a really good connection so you can integrate the shadow. So I would also do a little bit of that throughout the month of July. But most importantly, follow your intuition and trust the process. It may seem a little bit, scary as the transformation comes to a completion, especially around that decision that you're going to make. Embrace the change, trust the process, do not resist, because if you resist, it creates push and pull energy with the universe, and that can create unpleasant side effects, that you may experience in the month of July. So you want to go with it. You want to make that decision and go with it, because that decision is unburdening you. It's releasing something from you. And so it may feel a little discomforting to release, but as you release, you'll feel a relief wash over you, and a new path will literally materialize before you as you raise the foot to step forward. So trusting the process is definitely a big deal. Trust the process, trust the universe. Remember, you are experienced, you've been through a lot, you have learned so many different life lessons. Trust the process, and remember that the judgment is not in the main position. It's the moon is in the main position, meaning that your feelings and your emotions and your thoughts are going to be dictating how you move forward. As long as you heal the different connections, things will work out just fine. And we know that because you have the Six of Swords in the future outcome position, meaning that you will find yourself moving away from stress and anxiety and discomfort, and you'll be moving towards a new cycle, new beginning, new way of living, new way of looking at the world. Because the Six of Swords is a card of moving away, but the Fool is a card of moving towards. And so this realization that you're going to experience in the month of July is actually going to give you sort of like new consciousness. You're going to experience new consciousness, expanded consciousness. You're going to see more, understand more. You're going to be able to handle more. So be careful with your energy as you move through the month of July. You want to do self-care. You want to do healing techniques, grounding techniques, meditation. Maybe you can do something nice for yourself, something relaxing, calming, something that, brings you back to your old self, something that purifies your energy from foreign energy, something that gets your chakras moving in the right direction, and so all of those things are super important. But let's see what we can clarify with the Shaman Stream Oracle card. And we've got Vanishing Mirror, ego sublimation. So yeah, your ego definitely has a big role to play in the month of July. A lot of people want to reject their ego. That's not a good thing. Ego has to be integrated, meaning that ego is the thing that gets us like, oh, well, Bob over there's got a new car. I gotta go get a new car. You don't need to follow what Bob does, but the ego kind of plays up, right? Oh, John over there got a new promotion. I gotta do something to get me a new promotion or something. Remember, your ego is there to help you survive, but sometimes it can kind of pull you in the wrong direction, especially if you forget that you are going through your life journey, which is very different and very separate. The only reason Bob's got a new car is to play with it, and you don't know how Bob paid for it either. Maybe he has put himself in debt. Maybe he made a bad financial decision. Always remember to trust your instincts and your intuition. Don't always go for what looks great on the outside, and work with the ego. See the positive sides of your ego. See the negative sides of your ego. That's important to remember. I also pulled a Mystical Wisdom card. Angel of Miracles, open your heart and expect a miracle. So definitely make sure to have your heart open, even though in life it can be difficult because of all the negative noise that we hear. Miracles happen every single day. Wonderful things happen every single moment, but we do not see them because, that doesn't increase the ratings. What we see is based on the ratings and the views and all of that. Everyone is in that ego consciousness. So, believe in miracles, because one is actually coming to you in the month of July. I also pulled an angel oracle card, and we've got let go. The more you let go, like literally the angel is telling you, let go. The spirit team is telling you, let go. Because something new is coming in, and so you kind of have to heal the energy of letting go, and that way it will be easier to let go. If you heal the energy by imagining it in the bubble and attaching the grounding cord and waiting for it to kind of dispose of negative foreign energy, and then imagining a sun above it and filling that bubble with positive energy, then it will be much easier to let go. You are incredibly smart. You incarnated on earth because you have what it takes to succeed, and success means something different to all the people. If you are an old soul, you understand nothing really changes. So like young souls are either very rich or very poor, and they are constantly pushing the limits. You are an older soul, meaning that you don't push the limits. You appreciate moderation and patience and different wonderful tools that life provides us, because ultimately you're here to evolve yourself. Planet Earth is going to take care of itself. You don't need to save everyone. You don't need to help everyone. You need to stay in a balanced, energetic state. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. If you can, please share it with another Capricorn that you might find this video useful. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much.